Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, November 5th. How are you today? How was your day? How did you feel about any of the things that were elected or passed last night, yesterday, with their vote? Don't mind the crazy hair, don't know what's going on with it, has a mind of its own, pretty much like me. I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri. Artist, writer, speaker, life and a business coach. Teach a variety of art classes, personal development classes, published author. Work was really slow in my outside gig today. I had 2 tables. I was done by 1 o'clock. There is a mass, I don't want to call it an exodus, but while things are on shutdown, people are like really backing off, holding on to their money. And with the government being shut down the last 30 days, anybody that has worked for the government, they haven't received a paycheck. And it very much is affecting the restaurant industry. I'm starting to be a little alarmed. You know, I talk to a lot of people during the week, and I watch energy. That's just how I was trained, to observe, to watch energy, to see people's actions, the way that they act. Quiet, Lola, you're all right. Dogs were in the crate, we were outside, pulled up all my tomato plants, so on and so forth. They're calling for a freeze over the weekend and supposedly a light snow with dusting. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, I watch behavior, I watch actions, I watch how people interact with each other, and I observe intently. And if you are not a little disturbed by what was elected into New York, and I can be a big conspiracist. You know, I give everybody a fair chance until you have done something personally to me where I will think completely different. I'm very much all about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, capitalism, working your way to the top the best you know how with what you have to work with your knowledge, with your education. As a woman, I'm a little more than concerned with who was elected into New York. Now, I'll give him a fair chance, but knowing what I know already, it's all I can say is 9/11. You can have your own thoughts, you can have your own opinions. You may believe any way that you choose to believe. The bigger question is, and it might be because of my age, why does this younger generation want free? There is a cost when things are free. There is a huge responsibility and moral obligation to self when you are looking for somebody else to foot the bill for you. And I hope that made sense to you. I work sometimes 4 shifts a week, sometimes 5. It looks like next week I'm working 6 shifts. I do what I need to do, where I lend my hand, where I'm wanted the most. Would I love to retire? Yes, but retirement isn't feasible for me. As a woman who has a voice and a platform, why would you not want to be or do what you are capable of doing to earn so you can have more. And I talk about that in my business coaching class. Why would you want to be dependent on the government? It is enough, and I say this with great love, great respect. When you are in the military, you are dependent on the government. They are giving you your roof over your head. They are giving you your assignments. They are giving you your shelter. They are giving you your health care, so on and so forth. Not everybody's in the military. So if you are a working human female, why would you want or elect a man who does not believe in women's rights, where you are able-bodied to go to work? I am so concerned about what transpired and what will come from that person being elected into New York. Now, if anybody watched the global news, King Charles, who I'm not a big fan of, I was a Princess Diana girl all the way. Love William, love Kate, wish them the best. Don't know what Harry is thinking or that woman he's married to. Don't know what their real plan is. But, digressing from there, King Charles today asked the person who's in charge of the UK, what are you doing to our country? Now, female, almost 65. Now you hear Shug, because she thinks everybody's out to get us. Hang on. Shug, come here now. Female, almost 65 years old. I am a Trump supporter. I have my own personal reasons. If you disagree with me, okay, disagree with me. I fall very much on the Republican side of things. But let me tell you, I am poor. I am on the poor side of being the Republican, the conservative. I don't want anybody to give me anything free. I don't want anybody to direct me, to tell me I need to do, I need to have, I need to wear, I need to not talk. But we are looking at a whole other side who is looking for an entity to take care of them, to give them stabilized rent. Maybe everybody needs to take a course in real estate, really. Maybe we need to learn a little bit more about what greed looks like from the foreign entities that hold the major commodity of real estate. That's one thing. Are all these women who want free daycare, who want to have somebody take care of them? You know, we all want affordable groceries. Why are we needing to depend on something overseas when we are all very capable? There is enough land in this country that could provide for all of us. Why are we getting all of our produce from Mexico or from China? Or why is all of our beef coming from across whichever pond? I don't understand. I am so confused. So confused, you know. I am trying to go to work every day just to earn $1 to keep the roof over my head, to maintain my vehicle, which goes back in the shop tomorrow. Fingers crossed on that. And here, New York has elected somebody who I believe wasn't, how do I want to say this? Because I am so like, what can I say and what can't I say? I don't believe he was elected. I believe he was put in place. And if you look at the definition of infiltrate, and I was looking just a little bit ago, there are a few scriptures. God told Moses, send 12 people in, let them assess the land, let them see how the people in the land live before you decide to take over. Look it up. I am really, really concerned about the direction in which any of us are being steered. And although Missouri is a red state, and I'm thankful for that, I'm going to tell you a little story. Ran over to Ross on Saturday over at Deer Creek here in Shrewsbury. I live in Afton. It's like the next little county over, little area. I'm in Ross, walking around, standing, I'm looking at lotions. I need some new body lotion. I'm kind of looking for a spearmint peppermint scent right now. With winter coming, it helps with sinuses and asthma. And I'm standing there in front of the counter, the 3 shelves rather, and this very foreign gentleman is standing behind me, and I use the term gentleman very loosely. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That's just who I am. Until you have done something to me personally to make me believe something else, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Gentleman behind me, very invasive, comes up right behind me, about an inch from touching my body, looking over my shoulder. And I kind of turn around and I say, "Excuse me?" Doesn't say anything, thinking he really doesn't speak English. Now, let me backtrack a minute, a second. I don't care that you're in my country. I don't care. Come to our country. We will feed you. We will clothe you. We will do the best we can to help you. But understand what boundary and respect is for the American woman who is working really, really hard to maintain the life that she has been handed. Get down, Nellie. I see you, pretty girl. The gentleman proceeds to literally get in front of my body, and he turns around to look at me like he wants to eye me up and down, and I just very quietly just turned around and walked the other way. And I'm watching. I always observe. I always look out of the corner of my eye, peripheral, because I'm always reading energy. It goes back to that. Go to the other side of the counter, and here he comes on the other side. Finally, I just backed off, kind of like watching him, because he was intently watching me. So I left that area, went and grabbed what I needed to get, watched him walk through the store. Now, mind you, I am 65, going to be 65 years old. Get the rugs that I need, and I leave. Got my bags, got my purse. I always keep my keys on a hook. I have a panic button on my keychain. And I'm leaving to walk out the door. And another very foreign gentleman is in my sights. I'm fumbling to get my key off the hook. I see him staring at me as he's on the phone. Now, mind you, I'm kind of looking to see if that other character is behind me. I move out of the way to get out of the gentleman's sights while he's on the phone. He completely makes a beeline around his car to watch me. Now, I'm parked a little bit away. Normally, I always, when I pull into a space, I look to see what's the vehicle next to me. I try to park somewhere where there are no vehicles next to me. I don't go out too much anymore at night, but when I do go out in the evening, I always park under a light. I know better than to be on my phone. First of all, I'm not talking to anybody or texting anybody, so my phone is usually in my back pocket. I'm getting my key, and I make a beeline to my car, hit the button, get in my car, and then once I was in the car, the gentleman on the phone was watching me. Now, was it just a fluke? Was it just a matter of somebody thought possibly I was attractive? And I say that very lightly because I think I'm kind of funny looking. But it makes me think very much. And maybe I'm just not thinking correctly. As an independent American woman who is used to coming and going and doing what she needs to do in order to get a job done, in order to get a task accomplished, in order to build a business, in order to have this following, in order to make a living, earn an income, to keep up with all the things that I have worked really, really hard for. Do you think for 1 minute I want some foreign man coming into whatever telling me I no longer can do, and because I am a woman and in their country they do not value women? Do you think I want to tolerate that or put up with that? Oh, my dogs are going crazy. Girls, that's enough. You're fine. Quiet, Nellie. So do not think for 1 minute that just because a state over from you or 2 states over from you, Francis, stop. We're going to give them a minute. Let's see if they settle down. But do not think for 1 minute that if that can happen to New York, and although he is offered free, what really is the cost with free? And all of these women who are looking to be taken care of by the government, what do you think your personal cost is going to be? And let me state again from what I'm reading about this individual, he is somewhat condoning 9/11. Now, I have my own conspiracy theories about 9/11 myself, but I will again suggest for you to go look up what infiltrate means. There's going to be a lot of changes between now and the end of the year. There always is. You know, we've got 58 days left. And girls, that's enough! These dogs are driving me insane right now. We have 58 days left in 2025. As we were approaching any other great big decisions in our life, in our country, stop and think about how our country was founded and how far women have come in being able to buy a house and able to go to work and able to choose whatever you choose for your body. Again, I'm a conservative. I'm all about babies. I'm all about family. I'm all about health and food. I do not want a government to come in and tell me what I need in regards to my health, the type of food I am putting in my body, what meds or vaxes that I need. I don't want anybody telling me I can't do anything when I have worked extremely hard in order to become the success that I am today. And although it may not look like a lot to others, there is a certain amount of pride that comes with building a business, building your personality, building the life that you are wanting to live. And those are things that I do teach in my personal development classes. And I hope this made sense to somebody, because I'm really, really concerned, really, really concerned about the citizens of New York. Don't think for 1 minute that the change that is going to come is going to be for the good. And then things will trickle down and it will affect the other states. So think wisely, think smart, pray to your God. You know, if you have not gotten right with your higher power, now would be a great time to do it. There's a lot at risk right now. A lot at risk. As we are waiting for this government to open up, where we are hoping the president is leading us in the best way that he knows how. I am all about being a Trump girl, and I don't care who it pisses off at this point. I am all about freedom of speech, faith, family, our country, being able to earn the way that we need to do, freedom of religion, freedom of expression, being the best versions of America, putting our country first, Americans first. But I am Kitryn Marie, an artist, writer, speaker, life, and a business coach, reside in St. Louis, Missouri. If you are interested in any of my classes, reach out, kitrynmarie@gmail.com. For today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything. Remember, fate turns on a dime. It is up to you to decide what side of the coin you want to be on. Y'all take care, and I'll see you real soon.